This week on Theme Park Worldwide the show, we'll be telling you about the longest splash battle in Europe coming to Portaventura, heading to Diagon Alley to have a look at what's happening at Universal Orlando Resort, and also going to be telling you about an exciting new development at Pleasurewood Hills. All that and much more here on Theme Park Worldwide the show. That means it's time for one thing. It's time to cue those titles! Once again, hello there guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Theme Park Worldwide the show. Thanks guys for all the fantastic feedback on last week's first episode. Like I said, it's great to be back here on YouTube doing our weekly updates for the 2014 season. Now, much like last week's episode of the show, this week we're going to be looking at 3 exciting developments coming to the UK in UK theme park news, and 3 across the world over in America and Europe. It's going to be absolutely great, so without further ado, let's kick straight in with UK theme park news. So first up in UK theme park news, going to talk to you a little bit about Thorpe Park and their exciting new development for this year. The nation's thrill capital, roller coasters, flat rides, and what's coming this year? We've got Angry Birds flying in. Now, Angry Birds, such a great name to bring in, such a great brand, but look at this. This here is Sundown Adventureland. They've got an Angry Birds play area, and there is Lightwater Valley, you've also got an Angry Birds play area. Both of these have been put in over the past couple of years. So it's a very interesting move by Thorpe Park. They're trying to move into more of the resort family side of things, as I'll tell you about in a minute or so. But yeah, this is a great investment, I'm sure. Just seems interesting to use Angry Birds. I know it's a very popular brand IP, but we'll see how this one goes. You've got the world first Angry Birds 4D cinema experience going in. That's where the Pirates 4D used to be a couple of years back. And then the invading detonator, the 100-foot tall drop tower. Whether that's going to get repainted or not, I'm not too sure. And then they're going to put in a new Dodgems attraction just opposite where the chip shop is now. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be sort of a mini area. It's having a couple of entrance arches put in, South Side and coming in from Amity Cove as well. So that's going to be a good addition. And of course, we'll keep you up to date here on the channel. But yeah, as I said about the moving to a resort sort of name, the crash pads that opened last year, they're actually sort of putting some theming up of that around there. As you can see by this image, what Thorpe Park put up the other week on the Facebook page, and these couple of images show some concepts what the park have got, and it's going to be interesting to go for one of those because, you know, they look really good, and with the club nights being quite popular now down there, it's going to be great to see what they do. We'll keep you up to date here on the channel with that, and we'll be staying down at the crash pads later in the year. Now, another new fantastic investment coming to the country this year, and that is at Pleasurewood Hills. Now, reported last month, Pleasurewood Hills actually bought the Wild Mouse Magic Mouse ride from Flamingo Land, which is in North Yorkshire, and they're refurbishing that and putting it in at Pleasurewood Hills. It's going to have some theming and stuff, I'm sure. They recently put in Hobbs Pit, and that was a very popular dark attraction that opened last year. We did actually announce we're going to be heading over to Pleasurewood Hills this summer, and so we'll be able to check this out, and also Hobbs Pit from last year. But yeah, the Wild Mouse closed at the end of 2012 to make way for Hero at Flamingo Land, and which is a Volair flying coaster by Zamperla. Not tried that yet, but I'd like to sometime this year, hopefully. But yeah, it's not a spinning Wild Mouse. It's got an orange and green colour scheme, so I wonder if they're going to paint that up or if it'll stay the same. Really not too sure. But yeah, it's going to be a great ride. It's one of my favourites actually by Morrison. And it'd be great to ride it again. I was a bit gutty when they took it out of Flamingo Land because my opinion is I'd rather ride that than a Volair flying coaster. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll follow on from that as we get more news later throughout the year. Anyway, finally with UK news, and that is Castaway Camp at Legoland Windsor Resort. Legoland have put in some great stuff over the past few years, all family and children's rides. Really works well for them with the hotel and stuff and the water park. In the hotel. But yes, they're putting in the Pirate Shores at Legoland Windsor, new pirate play area, sort of replacing like the fortress what they had, some new scenery items and stuff there, new rope bridges, walkways, nets, slides, etc. So it's going to be very good for the kids in their new quest. And then you're also going to be able to ride Pirate Falls with an added storyline to it, some more new scenery and stuff. So I'm sure that'll be really good, and you'll be part of this new journey that they want to take you on. And it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to seeing what Legoland do. They always seem to theme attractions well. If you look at Atlantis, which is like their sea life adventure, we have got a video of that on the channel actually, if you check that out in our Legoland playlist. But yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully we'll see some more small new scenery and stuff around the area. It's already got a pirate theme, but we'll see how it goes. And of course we'll be heading down to Legoland later in the year to check out the new attraction. That's all for UK Park News. Let's have a little look at 3 fantastic investments coming worldwide. Moving into worldwide theme park news, and like last week again, we're going to be looking at 3 more different editions coming across the world. Starting off in Orlando, Florida, where we're going to talk about Diagon Alley. Now, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, massive area that opened a few years ago, and they're expanding that. I think we all knew when that opened that it was going to be an ongoing, expanding sort of project. I couldn't get my words out then, but yeah, it's going to be interesting what they're doing. It's a lot bigger than any of us ever thought. We've got Diagon Alley, which is actually being built in Universal Studios next door. So you've got Islands of Adventure theme park here, you've got Universal Studios here, and you're now going to be able to park hop via the Hogwarts Express. Obviously you've got the main Wizarding World here in Islands of Adventure with Hogwarts, etc. And your rides over there. And this train's going to take you through Diagon Alley over to that end of the park. To the other park. So it's going to be a really nice addition how that works. And the train ride's actually going to feature King's Cross Station at this end and the station by Hogwarts at that end. And it's going to actually move, but it's going to also have effects as well. The screens, imagine the walls are going to be screens because it actually travels through the backstage area at Universal between the parks. They couldn't obviously build scenery outside because there's warehouses, etc. Back of ride areas. So this is going to be really good how it's done. There's a little picture look of how things are getting on over at Diagon Alley. It's opening this summer, so it's going to be interesting. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, another addition is the Escape from Gringotts coaster. Again, just there, you see the dragon on the top of the roof just up there. But yeah, it's going to be a really good dark ride. We don't really know much about it. We know it's a coaster / dark ride. Much like the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man or Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is in Universal Orlando. So that's going to be very interesting how they actually bring this forward. There was an official release just last week on what was coming, and they still didn't reveal a lot about this coaster. But we know that the Gringotts ride's in a warehouse that is 75,000 square foot, which is a massive show building. And it's going to be lots of 4D projections and stuff on the walls. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we're going to be there at the end of September along with Universal Halloween Horror Nights, so we'll bring that to you here on the channel. Now, another investment's coming in Orlando, this at the rival park down at Walt Disney World Resort, and the Magic Kingdom's biggest expansion yet is just about to get even bigger. That there is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a ride that's been worked on for like 3 years at Disney. We've been waiting for it for ages, and this September I'm finally going to get to ride it. Woo! But yes, anyway, it's going to be great. You guys are going to come along for the journey this year with all these via vlogs and videos and POVs and stuff. But yeah, let's just talk a little bit about New Fantasyland. They decided they need to expand it, brighten it up, make it bigger with how popular it is. So they put in 2 carousels for Dumbo. Obviously Dumbo the Flying Elephant, you normally just have the 1 carousel. It's now got 2, like an interactive queue line area, like a big top, really cleverly themed. And this is the biggest expansion ever for Magic Kingdom. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. And it's got brand new technology with the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You're going to get on board this, it's going to be a dark ride, and then into a coaster, then back outside, then back inside, which sounds great. And you're also going to have the mine cars. And now obviously on the Seven Dwarfs, the mine cars move like this. The coaster is going to do exactly the same, and it's going to sway as you're going round. You know, you're going to be going woo. So it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's a family coaster, but it's not going to offer a hell of a lot of thrills. But it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be one of the best new additions coming worldwide this year. Big statement to make, but I think it's going to be great. Brilliant technology there. And it's going to be, I'm just looking forward to it. And of course in September we'll have POVs and off rides of that when we get over there to Orlando. That was my impression of a plane. Virgin Atlantic, there we go, flying back over to Europe. and to look at Angor. Now Angor is a brand new water attraction at Portaventura in Salou, Spain, and they're putting in the longest splash battle in Europe. Wow, that's got to be long, and it is. It's 10 minutes long. There's a bit of concept art for you of Angor. Looks really good and very well themed. It's going just behind Shambhala, Europe's tallest coaster, which opened in 2012. We were the first riders on that, and we really enjoyed it. But what it looks like there, you've got big elephants and sort of animal animatronics around it. It looks like a dart ride. You can imagine it as with a warehouse over it. I know it's not getting it, because it's an outdoor splash battle interactive ride, but it looks very well themed. If it comes off like the concept, which Portaventura normally do very well, I think it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, again, we're going to be there at the end of summertime, so well, start sometime July, August time. We're going to be over there, and we're going to be riding that. And we're going for white nights actually, when the park's open till 4 AM. So it's going to be lots of fun with the phone parties and stuff in the park. I'm looking forward to that. That's all for your worldwide theme park news. Next week we'll be looking at even more editions coming worldwide. Blimey, it's a great year. And the good thing is we're going to be riding all of these as well this year. So it's a brilliant year for TPW and for you guys to join us for the journey. You know what it's time for now? It's time for a very interesting merch paradise. Welcome to Merch Paradise, and as I said, just a very interesting one. Very unique items I'm going to show you now. As you know, on a roller coaster, you have many different types of wheels. You have side wheels, hard wheels, soft wheels. The type of wheels you can get for coasters are endless, and the parks can change them depending if they want them faster. It depends on the conditions of the ride, etc. But yeah, I'm going to show you a couple of different wheels. So first off, that one on your screen just there, and that's actually one of the side wheels for the Swarm at Thorpe Park. If you look at that, it's in really good quality. Obviously the Swarm only opened a couple of years ago, but yeah, it's a really nice item here at the World of Theme Parks, and it's very different compared to the next wheel which I'm going to show you, which is that wheel just there. This wheel is actually from Nemesis at Alton Towers, and you can see on that wheel there the B&M sort of main wheel for it. The main running wheel for Nemesis, very different compared to the side wheels. It's not very often you can get up close to a wheel and actually look at it. But yeah, that's just a bit of a difference for you on coaster wheels. I'm not going to go too deep into them. You could, tell you all sorts about the wheels, about the coaster, but I don't want to bore you all. But yeah, just two things I thought I might want to share with you there, here in Merch Paradise. We're back next week with even more awesome items.
There's magic moments filled with love.
So yes, it's time for this week's Magic Moments, and our first Magic Moments goes to Jenny Cousins. Jenny's a massive fan of Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and there she is riding the Swarm backwards. Now the Swarm opened in 2012, and it just had all of it facing forwards, and then for the year after, they changed it so the back two rows on each train, they were facing backwards. If you've not tried it, it's a really good, unique experience, and worth trying out down at Thorpe Park. Thanks for sending that in, Jenny. Next up, you got Lawrence Bennett, and there he is with me at Nemesis Subterra, and that was us last year, waiting in the queue line for that ride. Of course, Alton Towers opens again this weekend, so it's going to be great, and Nemesis Subterra is part of the February lineup this year, so that's unique as well. Thanks for sending that in. Next, you've got another massive fan of the show. It's Rebecca Laird with Winter Wonderland. There she is over the winter. Winter Wonderland down in Hyde Park in London. Big selection of travelling rides, roller coasters, shows, plenty of beer. We love beer. Yeah, it was really good. So thanks for sending that in. Next up, you got Tam Poucher on the Smiler, the brand new coaster. We all know what the Smiler is. It opened last year at Alton Towers. Really good ride there. Go and check it out. Next up, you got Josh Healy, and there he is with the auntie on Marauders Mayhem. Quite a low quality image there. But you can just make him out there on the Marauders Mayhem. Thanks for sending that in to us here at the show. And second to last, you've got Callum Gross on Oblivion. Look at that, brilliant photo there on the B&M Dive Machine, which opened at Alton Towers in 1998. Wow, it's getting on quite a bit now. Thanks very much for sending that in, Callum. And last but not least, and that is Kim Nash at Paultons Park. Oh, look at that there, the 4D cinema, and that opened a couple of years ago down at Paultons. It's somewhere we really want to get to. I've been there a few years back, but we've not obviously got any videos on the channel because it was before we were created. So yeah, we're going to check that out hopefully this year, if not next year. But yeah, thanks for sending in all your magic moments. You know how to send them in now. All you need to do is tweet them at ThemeParkWW and tweet them to me. That's cool. There we go. Yeah, tweet them over to me or Facebook message on Theme Park Worldwide. Just send them as a private message. Just done it again. I have too much fun, don't I? Yeah, just send them over to me and I'll put them in next Tuesdays. I'm going to say Mondays then. I'm going to say that was so last year, you know. Yeah, in next Tuesday's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. It's time for shout outs. So yes, our first lot of shout-outs go to Sarah Cleland, Billy Rutherford, David Scott, Dan Bannon, Joshua Hall, Ruth Crawley, Johnny Green, Stephen Twigg, Tom Burbage, Paul Jones, Andrew and Lucy Seeley, Annie Stribling, Will Donahue, Dan Keaveney, Owen Pickering. We'd like to wish you a happy birthday as well for the 14th of Feb. Matthew Poole, Laura Ashley and his cat, Tom Poucher, Darren Cox, and congratulations on their brand new baby boy. Oh, how cute. Josh Healy and his friends Jack, Vinny and Linda. You've got Samantha as well, who's a massive fan of PortAventura and loves Shambhala, just like me. You can't beat Shambhala, it is my favourite coaster. Absolutely love it. You got Paolo RFC and Nathan Fisher. And then for your paid shout outs, this weekend channels, we've got UK Theme Park News Spot, Twisted Gaming, who's going to Disneyland Paris this year. Woo! The Small Funny Guy 1, Blair KFC 1. There you go. Is it to do with KFC or not? I don't know, but there we go. You got Tom Lander, DJ Jenny J, Jamming Gamer, Theme Park Capital, Theme Park Lover UK, Average Glen Gaming, 12345670126, the Ninja Cat 20, and Sponsor a Scream on Twitter. That's a big charity thing, what's going on. What you should go and check them out at Sponsor Scream. Go and check it out. And also to Minecrafters Gaming. That is all for your shout outs this week. Again, if you want to shout out here on Theme Park Worldwide the show, simple as you can tweet them in, send them on Facebook, not just as a message but also writing on the wall, and you can just comment below this video as well, and I'll write all that down and get it in the show for next week for you guys. Unfortunately, that has come to the end of another brilliant episode here on Theme Park Worldwide the show. We're 2 episodes in now already to the season. I'll be back again next Tuesday looking at even more new attractions coming, and also we'll be going over what's opening over February half term for you guys to go and enjoy. Obviously Pleasure Beach is open, we went there over the weekend, and the vlog is now on the channel where you can check that out. That went on yesterday. And obviously Alton Towers is open now as well for February half term next week, so we'll be checking all of that out and bringing it here to you guys on the channel. It's going to be great. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide the show. Thanks for watching, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you next week guys, have a good one.